Om Shanti. Good morning, Divine Family. So today we'll be reading the third part of the Murli, dated 16th January 1979. So the title of the Murli is The Way to Become One Who Constantly Has a Tilak, Crown and Throne. We read the first part and also the second part, and we reached towards the end of the Murli. So the last part is left, which we are going to read today. So towards the last part, Baba is talking about the virtues of the children and the father, and the task of Baba's task and also our task. Right? Baba is giving as homework to check how much virtues we have compared to the father, how much virtues we have taken from the father. And Baba says, we have to make ourselves full, right? Because to the extent that one make the self full, accordingly you will be able to make others full. So we need to have something in our bucket in order to give it to others. And also Baba says we have to remain content. We have to make others also content. So before we make others content, so we have to remain content. And Baba says, when you become that, right, everything else will automatically happen. And this, and Baba also says there should be a balance between the service and the self-transformation that takes place. So it's important that we maintain that balance. And towards the end, Baba has also touched upon the importance of confluence age. The time is very precious. Every moment of the confluence age is very precious. So, okay, so with that, let's get started reading the Murli. The occupation of teachers is constantly to remain minds of contentment and to make everyone content. The occupation of a teacher is constantly to remain mind of contentment and to make everyone content. So Baba is meeting our teachers in this part. Teachers are always content. To be a teacher means that you are constantly engaged in serving others. To be a teacher means, so the first quality Baba says, teachers are always content. They are always content. Okay? And they are engaged, constantly engaged in serving others. They are all the time they are doing service, and they are content. Therefore, they are able to make others content. To the extent that you are full, you will accordingly be able to make others the same, right? And the speciality of teachers is to be content about everything. The speciality of teachers is to be content about everything. Only when you are equal to the Father in his virtues and his task will you be able to remain content. So we have to become equal to the Father in his virtues and also in his task. Then we will be able to remain contented. Always check that the Father's virtues are your virtues. Always check what? Father's virtues are your virtues, that the Father's task is your task. So we need to check that. Am I taking it in a very committed way? Like, this is my Father's task. Right? Those who check themselves in this way, remain constantly content and also make others content. So it's very important that we check. And when we do that, right, when we do the checking, right, we'll be able to remain constantly content and also make others content. Teachers are mind of contentment. Teachers are minds of contentment. They are always full and unending like a mind. They are always full. This is the occupation of teachers. Because they are the face of the Baba, right? Because when others see them contented, right? So they attract others also toward them, right? Okay. So the second and the last part is at the time Baba is taking leave. At the time of taking leave, how many 18th January anniversary have gone by? Baba is asking how many 18th January anniversary have gone by. What is the result of all the years that have gone by? The result required is that of transformation. The result required is that of transformation. The things of the previous year should not continue this year. So, what newness have you brought? At the end of your visit to Madhuban, you are asked, what are you leaving behind and what you're taking back with you? So you will have to leave your weaknesses or, whatever, when you're going to Madhuban, right? So you'll have to leave at least some of your weaknesses or your whatever you have done unknowingly or knowingly in the past. You'll write letters and put it in the Baba room's box, right? So which means we are relieving all the burdens and whatever is bothered us until then, right? Write we'll write down everything and put it in Baba's room, that letter box, right? So we are kind of relieved from all that. We'll make ourselves light. And we'll also take some vows before coming from Madhuban, right? So, so Baba is asking, at the end of your visit to Madhuban, you are asked, what are you leaving behind and what are you taking back with you? So there's many things that which we can take back, right, while coming from Madhuban, right? Especially the virtues, the power, and whatever that we find that we are lacking, we can fill ourselves with that. So, so too, in this year's result, check what you have renounced and what you have attained. So Baba says in this year also, Baba says, check what you have renounced and what you have attained. You are celebrating the new year, and the new year means a year filled with newness. A new year means a year filled with newness, right? All the old things will renounce and we will fill ourselves with newness. Check amongst yourself to see what results there are. See to what extent you think that on the whole there has been transformation in the majority, right? On the whole, there has been transformation in the majority. So we'll have to check what percentage of transformation has taken place within myself, right? So, this is some kind of, everybody will go through the transformation, but what speed and how much percentage it has happened within us is something that we need to look back and see. This is why Bap Dada told you earlier that he would come to see the result. So Baba said earlier also that he would come to see the result, how much transformation right? How much transformation we have received, or how much transformation happened within you. So transformation will definitely take place on this path, the moment we start walking on this path. And what speed and how much percentage will differ between person to person based on how much intensity or intense effort that you're making, right? So what is the result? Service is increasing, and all the serviceable souls are also progressing in their efforts. We know service is increasing day by day, year by year. We see that all around, right? And all the serviceable souls are also progressing in their efforts, right? Yeah. When the balance is equal between the two, completion will take place. So there should be a balance between the service that we are doing and also in the self-practice, which means our transformation, self-transformation, there should be a practice. So this balance should be maintained. When the balance is equal between the two, Baba says completion will take place. And the last part of the Murli, Baba says, do all of you remain happy whilst remembering your elevated fortune of the confluence age? Baba is asking, do all of you remain happy whilst remembering your elevated fortune of the confluence age? In no other age can you receive the fortune that you receive at the confluence age. It's a wonderful line. There's no other age throughout the Kalpa, right, where we receive as much as receive in the confluence age, because it's very short. Therefore, it is very precious. Every moment is considered as multifold, right? Obviously, 1 second is more than a year, right? Each second of the confluence age is extremely fortunate. Each second of the confluence age is extremely fortunate. Each second is instrumental to create your fortune for many births, not just one birth. Baba says many births. Therefore, whilst constantly remembering such an elevated fortune, therefore, whilst constantly remembering such an elevated fortune, see how much fortune you have within yourself and constantly dance and sing in happiness. Constantly dance and sing in happiness. Wow. How wonderful my fortune is. Wow. How wonderful my fortune is, right? Wow, my great fortune. So Baba would like us to, enjoy realizing the time and also understanding the God and also creating our fortune, right? Now, for many births. So keeping all this in our awareness, we need to have that feeling of wow all the time. Wow, my happiness. Wow, wow, my fortune. Wow, how wonderful my fortune is. And Baba continued to say, can your internal happiness be seen externally? Hmm? Others who see you should experience you have found or attained something. This is the key. So, right, when we are happy internally, right, that will reflect externally also, right? Because happiness, when we are happy inside, right, the face will show that we are happy, right? Our face will be in full bloom, right? Yeah. So, and when others see us in that happy mood, right, they should feel or experience that we have found or attained something, right? Remain constantly happy in this way. Baba says you remain constantly happy. I've always used that word constantly happy, not sometimes, constantly. Constantly pay attention so that Maya cannot snatch your treasure of happiness away. So you have to pay attention, always be vigilant, pay attention, so that Maya, right, doesn't get a chance to snatch away your treasure of happiness, because that is yours, right? So Maya will come to snatch it away from you, but you will have to pay attention, right? Attention is the key. Acha, with that, the Murli, and Om Shanti. So we'll take a minute of silence, right? And then we'll reflect on the points that which we're going to take it for the day of practice. Let's stop sharing. Let's sit in silence for a minute. Om Shanti. Now feel again unmute and share.
Om Shanti. Baba
Om,
says contentment means remembering Baba constantly and making his virtues as mine. Om Shanti.
yeah, thank you. Vinod Bhai. Yes. So we have to become equal to Baba, right, Father? And so we'll have to take on the virtues of Baba. So we have to remain contented all the time, Baba says, constantly. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else? Hmm? And Baba also said, to the extent that you're full, right, with all the virtues and um, um, the power and so on, you will be able to make others the same. So we have to make ourselves full first. You
Om
want to please
Shanti.
share? Yeah. Yes, Kalpesh,
Thank
bye. Go
you.
ahead.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. Baba tells us the constant happiness. It's really true. And the constant happiness, when it comes, when we are getting this knowledge, and this knowledge increases the our happiness power. And as you increase the knowledge, if our happiness miss level also gets increases. So this is a true thanks Baba, and so giving me constant happiness. Thank you, Divine Family.
Yeah, thank you, Kalpesh, bye. Yeah. Right. So we have many reasons to be happy, right? Because if you look around the world, there are everybody's complaining or suffering with one or the other issues, right? So whereas we children are remaining so happy because we got the treasure, right? We are getting, we realize God and we are getting the precious knowledge from God, which is actually engaging us throughout. So that has become the reason for us to remain happy, right? So we have found God, and having found Him, we have understood the whole Kalpa, the secrets. So Baba is teaching us the art of remaining happy throughout in this unhappy world. Everybody is unhappy, but we children, the children of God, are happy. Very nice. Thank you. Everybody share one point, please.
Om Shanti, brother.
Om Shanti, Shanti.
What a journey really the Murli was. Babdada always has got his own way of checking and making us realize the treasures. He has given us powers, he has given us virtues, he has given us blessings, but it is treasures which he often takes us, because he says it's only you children who are really given this treasures. And always he links treasures with time. Every treasure he links with time, because if you see, all these treasures are relative. Now, when he speaks of, Baba started with the treasure of happiness. And how did he start with the treasure of happiness? Not at all directly. Baba is saying, I have made you sit royally. I have put the tilak on your head. I have given you the crown. I have placed you on the heart throne. What more do you need, my child? I have made you should be happy. And yesterday, even in the Avyak Murli, Baba said, are you happy? Then dance, then sing. Dance how much ever you want, sing how much ever you want. So that is a thing of happiness which Baba had said even in yesterday's Murli. But this treasure of happiness where Baba is speaking about, it is related to the age now where he's talking about the confluence age. Why? Because everywhere people are unhappy, people are in a state of upheaval, people do not realize that they have got happiness, they are forgotten. But Baba has given us, and he very nicely speaks about why we forgot about happiness, because Baba says children are very naughty, very mischievous. They are playing games with me, like the sun, going behind the sun, the clouds go, or they leave the lap of the father and then they go down and that kind of thing. And then they say, oh, Baba, please come and rescue me. I fell down and all. So that's the lost story, I think, the story of happiness. Actually, Baba's precious treasure, which even yesterday he emphasized, is thoughts. And as I told you, even in that thoughts, he linked it to time. So here we have to see what is the happiness of the confluence age. As you were saying, why we should be happy. He just gave three, the crown, the tilak, and the throne. I gave you the awareness. I gave you the crown so that you don't carry any other bundles. I made you sit on the throne so that Maya doesn't come and snatch you away. Maya doesn't defeat you. So Maya doesn't attack you. And then he went further to speak about being occupied and being unoccupied. Yesterday he told about you have to be occupied in one, about what we call it as purifier. And now, today he's speaking about the occupation of the teachers. Because unless they are contented, equal to, the contentment is one of the things of being equal to, at par. Once I know the father's task, father's virtues, I have what my father has. I need nothing else. I've got everything. Contentment comes. So even that's the word of occupied. Again, for that word occupied took me to yesterday's Murli, where Baba said, why are you thinking, kya hone wala hai? Keep your mind busy. Keep your mind as lighthouse. No other thoughts should come in my mind. So linking that today, if I have the company of the Lord in me, so these three things, tilak, crown, and throne. As the sister who took the Murli on the first day, she said, there's a deep connection which Baba mentions about all the three. I think that's a beautiful churning to do. What is the connection between the tilak and the crown and the throne? And then, of course, he spoke about transformation, and what a way this transformation is, where even Baba mentioned yesterday, transformation is, are you going up or going down? Because Baba will keep checking our chart. For that, I need a determination thought. The determination thought is, I am with Baba. I am not going to let my tilak, crown, or thrown away. I think this is what we have to really turn to see the relationship between these three. And as these three are lost, the key to happiness is lost. Om Shanti.
It's very well explained. So awareness is the key. So we have to remember about our elevated fortune that which Baba is giving us, right? So the more we churn about it, the more we think about it, create thoughts about where we are going, what Baba is giving us, right? So accordingly, we'll be able to maintain that happiness throughout. Yeah, thank you. So teachers are the showpieces, or who's always content, right? So they always have that happy face, and they treat everyone with that a happy mood, make everyone content, right? So, so they attract actually. So so that is why Baba says teachers are always content. They have to be always content. So there's nothing that they are not content. They have to remain content about everything. That's the speciality of teachers. Okay. Anyone else would like to share? When you think of all this, right, you feel that wow, right? Wow, wow, my wonderful fortune, wow, right? Yeah, go ahead, Sanjay Bhai.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Baba is talking about awareness. Baba is talking about tilak, crown and throne. Baba is also talking about the service. Baba is also talking about the teachers. And when Baba is talking about the teachers, Baba is talking about all the children, because all the children are the teachers. जो बाबा का काम है वो बच्चे का काम है. When Baba is talking about teachers, Baba is asking us to go for introspection. And the moment we go for introspection, the inward journey, the journey from Baya Mukta to Anta Mukta, and there we check it and we change it. And the knowledge Baba gives, the base, that real textbooks, that I'm not a body, I'm a soul. And that Atmasmriti Tilak, which Baba gives, and with the realization and awareness of that Atmasmriti Tilak, and being in that Yatharth state, we get the crown, that is Swarajyadhikari. We get the throne of Swarajyadhikari. And that process is Swarajyadhikari. That's what Baba wants from us. Baba asks us to go for introspection, and when we go for introspection, we find what are the anomalies with us. And after checking it, we change it. And Baba also talks about the happiness part, because the happiness index, which is in the Sangam Yoga, will be the highest. And even if in the Sangam Yoga, we cannot realize that happiness, that means there is something wrong in that. That means powerhouse is available, light is also there. There's no problem in the light, not in the powerhouse. But the problem of connection. And as we can have connection with the Baba, because in this world, Baba has got the real happiness. But what we do by being in the body conscious, we try to search for happiness outside, in the world of bodies, the relationship of bodies. But everybody at the end of the day realizes that yes, there is no happiness in the body relationship, only when and only if we can have connection with Baba, we can have the real happiness. Om Shanti.
Yeah, thank you. Right. So we have to do this introspection, right? The more we do, the more happy we become. So we have got many things from Baba. So the more we churn about that, the more we think about that, right? So we automatically become happy and content.
Bijit Bhai, see, you must just see that
Yes,
one sentence where Baba speaks about teachers having minds. You know, whenever Baba speaks about mind means that they've got overstock. Like, you know, as if in a house, you know, what we do when we have excess wealth and all, we just pour it. But what is the quality of a mind? The quality of a mine is as and when you dig, more comes out. That's why it's called as a mine. So the more and more you dig, more treasures come out. Otherwise, you don't call it as a mine. So, and what kind of mine Baba was talking about, that even made me. And as the brother correctly shared over here, this in the beginning of the in middle of the Murli, Baba had spoke about two kinds of consciousness. One is when the see, that's what he's coming back to lesson one only at the end. He speaks about the consciousness of the body and the consciousness of mind. So first of all, if I have to take ownership for this happiness and responsibility for my suffering, so if both are linked to each other, see, the word ownership means different. It's not possessing happiness. I own it. I own the tilak. I own the crown. I own the throne. It's mine, mine, mine. So that is called as ownership. So for that, what is if suppose I have to be or take the ownership for happiness, what do I do? For that, I have to first be happy. And I have to make others happy. And happiness, what I mean is like a mind in the true sense, not the physical senses. And one thing Baba always has given in this Murli, indirectly, remember that no one or nothing in this world can make you to be happy unless you decide to be happy. That's why happiness, we always say, it's a choice, it's a destination. So for that, I have to take care of the mind, my inner self. Again, Baba comes back to the first step, understanding the inner self, awakening yourself to your true self, awakening yourself to the treasures, seeing what do I have, what Baba has given them, and taking care because time is very short. I think this is a beautiful relationship, which if we keep linking and thinking it with the time, and if I believe I lack nothing in the treasures of attainment, I am full, then my mind will be content. Om Shanti.
Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah. So yeah, it's very important that we make ourselves full first. Because only when we have it, right, only then we'll be able to give it. And the giving happens automatically when you have it, right? So when you make yourself full means then automatically you're giving, because you're going to reflect that in your face, right? And in your behavior, in your action, in your words, right? Because you're full. Because when you're full, you start overflowing whatever qualities and virtues that you have, right? You're full with, you automatically start giving it to others. So what you have, right, you can only give it to others. You can't give something which you don't have. And this conference age is, yeah, very precious, because this is the time we get all this precious jewels from Baba. And with that, we can remain contented first and also make others content, right? So the key is awareness. We have to keep, right, all these points about what Baba said. Baba is seeing that and saying. Baba is not just saying it, right? So we can create with this knowledge, we can create, it's like a mine, like Baba said, you can create, you can, go deeper and deeper, and it's never ending. You can churn about it. And the more you do that, the more happy you become first, right? The more you fill yourself with virtues, and the more you fill yourself with that, the more you will be able to make others happy. The more you will be able to give the virtues, donate to others. Yeah, very nice.
Om Shanti. I would like to add some lines.
Yes.
When Baba talks about awareness, Baba is telling us that actually we belong to the world of happiness. We belong to the world of happiness. We belong to Baba. And Baba is ocean of happiness. So how can we be without happiness? So it is why? Because again we have indulged ourselves in the outside world and forgotten whom we are. That is basically the basic books, that I am a soul. We became role conscious, we became time conscious, and we forgotten that we are really soul. So we have to be again soul conscious. And as we become soul conscious in our natural state, that happiness is basically our innate quality, basically. We have happiness naturally. And for that, we have to be in our natural state. And as we have become unnatural, so Baba is the only personality which is always ek ras. So if we are connected with Baba, as in the study Murli was also, that we have to retain to a achal state. And when in this world, only Baba is achal. So to come out from halchal, we have to connect with Baba, and we have to keep in mind that we have to be connected with with Baba, and till we are connected, we are really away from the halchal, and we are in the state of achal. And in that state of achal, the real happiness comes automatically, and in that natural state, we will feel all the things, all the positivity around it. Nothing to do anything great about that. It's just natural. That natural happiness will come automatically to us. So only the purusharth what we have to do, to be in our natural state, to be connected, to be aware, and to have that ornamentation of tilak, crown, and throne. Om Shanti.
Yeah. Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. So there is no reason for us to not remain happy, because having found God, there are many reasons for us to remain happy. So is there anyone else who would like to share or not shared? VK, Ankita, Ben, Banu, Bhai, Chandrakala, then Dadamani sister, Pramila sister, Rachna sister, Ami Ben. Would you like to share? Any one point, small point, that is also fine. So if you share, that's going to stay with you throughout the day. Anyone would like to share? Any one point, please? You all have treasures with you. Baba is giving you all it. You have it. Okay, there are some chat. I will read that. So begin Gita Ben says, Maya can attack us if you are empty. Yeah, so that means you're empty, means you're giving a space for Maya to come in and attack you, right? Okay, Girijaben says, be happy and make others happy. Become mind and take ownership of happiness. Happiness is a choice, right? A choice to take care of the mind and inner self. Very nice. Keep the happiness sometimes too. Sometimes it gets lost and sometimes it doesn't work. So search within, not like the Queen's necklace story. Strip yourself of your 63 life costume. See your remains, your tilak, your crown, your throne, and stay happy, come what connection with Baba is key to happiness. Right. So what Baba is giving us here is, yeah.
Vijitbhai, actually, all of the family are very contented, I think. That's what is the preciousness about the family. They are silence doesn't mean they are not sharing. I think I can see all them as minds of contentment. And when you're contentment, no, you tend really to and really accept. But as I told you, no, I always remember this Queen's necklace story. So we don't know where to find happiness. We search in the wrong places and we search in the wrong time also. So I think if this concept, even where to find happiness, is also important. That's I remember. I remember. That's why I wrote in the chat box the key to the the Queen's necklace story. We have to first, for that we have to unravel, remove all our costumes.
Right. Very nice. Yeah. So yeah. So here, when we understand the self, right, we understand Baba. Right. When we understand Baba, we in this journey we will realize, right, when we start reading and understanding Murli, we'll understand that wow, Baba is God, right? And when he uh, talk about the journey that we have taken, right, for the 5,000 years, he's seeing that and sharing with us, telling us, right? He's like, it's like a movie where that movie, the full movie he has seen, and he's sharing us seeing that movie scenes. It's just like when we see a movie and then share the story of the movie with others, right? So we see that every scene and then share it with others, whichever striked us, right? Whichever touched us, we'll share that, right? So similarly, Baba, the one who has already seen, who knows in and out of the movie, right? This drama, is sharing us, right, with all the information of the 5,000 years. And so now Baba is saying that we were the masters of the world and we lived in this world like a deities. We were in heaven and we had everything. And so everything Baba is seeing and telling us. So when we get this information from Baba, right, we know that this is all truth, right? And when the more we think about that and the more we churn about that, realizing and accepting that I was that at some point and I'm going to become that. So we kind of forget this world, right? And we become busy about thinking what Baba said about us, and also we are going to become that again. So there are many reasons for us to remain happy, and therefore we kind of get detached from this world because we know that the new world is with everything, whereas the old world is running shortage of everything, right? Many reasons are there in this world, right? That which is giving everybody unhappiness, sorrow, and everything, whereas Baba is creating a new world where we all will be going. That is a world of complete, full of everything, of the virtues, right? Health, wealth, and happiness. So we children, when we think, we have to think about this all the time, right? The more we think and churn about it, right? Detachment from this world becomes easy for us, which is what Baba also wants. And we forget the pain and the unhappiness that lies in this world, this Kaliyug world. See, it is Kaliyug. Everybody is experiencing a lot of issues, right? Unhappiness, problems, and everything. We know people are crying, but children of God, children of Baba, right? They all are remaining so happy because we are living in a different world, right? So many reasons for us to be happy, remain happy. So that's why Baba says, constant happiness, always remain contented. All right, now, with the interest of time, let's move towards closing the session. So we all sit in silence for a minute and then we'll close the session. Thank you. Let's remember about what Baba said about some of the points that which make us happy. Some of the virtues, some of the treasures, introspection. Go to Baba. Look into his eyes. Then thank him for what he has given. Thank him for taking good care of us. Like a father, he's find Baba's hand on your head and feel his loving touch over your head and his loving drishti. Thank Baba for keeping us happy, for filling us with so much of treasures, virtues, for making us the king and queen of the new world. And also in this world, in his company, we are not colored by this Kaliyug dirtiness. In his company, we are colored with his virtues, Baba's virtues. And we are only thinking about what we are going to get in the new world that Baba is creating for us. And Baba, I'm not giving you anything in the world. Still, you are giving me so much. Thank you, Baba. Thank you so much for keeping me happy, for giving me everything, for taking good care of me. I love you. And thank you for loving me. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall meet again tomorrow, 5 a.m. Until then, remain contented and make others content. Om Shanti.